Hi, my name is Drew Loker, and we bought a house from thehousedesigners.com after my wife and I looked on the internet at probably every internet house shopping site that is possible. It was a rather tedious process, but we were very grateful when all of a sudden we locked in with the right numbers. You know, we needed a house to be a certain size as far as the dimensions. Also the angle of the garage. We didn't want it to be over a certain square feet, so one of our favorite things was that we could put in those criteria. All of a sudden, after many house plans fell through, we all of a sudden stumbled on this one house that fit the land perfect. Started the construction April 14th. We actually broke ground a couple days before that, but the concrete was poured on April 14th. And we finished the house completely from the ground up to the carpet, move in, everything on August 4th. of 2015, and we were literally moving in furniture while the carpet was still being laid, but we built the house in basically under 4 months, so we're very excited about being able to accomplish that. I am actually the official builder of record. Now, I'm a school teacher, so that really wasn't something that I thought I could do at first. And when my wife first suggested that we build a house, I thought, well, you know, that's about the craziest thing I think I've ever heard. But when we started shopping around, we actually had a friend in the industry, and we asked him, and we were very excited about bringing them the house plan. And we started looking at the price. He was going to do it for a fixed price over the cost of the materials. And I started doing the numbers on it, and it was like, oh my gosh, I don't think we could afford it. So I'm very grateful that we found a house plan that we could afford from the farmhouse.com, and that we also were able to find a builder program that allowed us to build the house to the specs that we found at the website. Working with the company was great because all the plans were provided for us, and they were very reasonable. I was very excited about that because the house cost plans did vary across the internet. And so, you know, one of the factors that helped us buy this particular house plan was the price was right. The plan was right, everything fit, and what was really amazing is that when we bought this land, it's almost as if they knew exactly what kind of house plan needed to go here. And if you're looking at different house plans, and you look at how the garage is on the left or the right, or it's, you know, facing one way, or, you know, some people even have the garage where it faces out and you got to loop around it. Well, there were very specific criteria that we needed to be able to get the house to work in this position. And if you've seen any of the aerial pictures of the house and the plan and the overall build of the project, it looks like 15 years ago they knew exactly what house needed to go in this exact spot. And when the foundation team showed up on early in April of 2015, one of the things that my wife and I had played with was the exact angle of the house relative to the back porch, to the way the garage was angled, so that everything just had to be exactly perfect. And so we found the perfect house plan. We did actually talk to a local draftsman. All of a sudden the numbers started getting a little crazy, and the idea of it actually getting done in a reasonable amount of time and realistically by me and the house designer, you know, it turned us back to looking on the internet for house plans. So I'm very grateful that the farmhouse.com website was there to be able to even offer us a plan like that, and to be able to actually to go all the way through fruition, to start with a plan and go get them printed out on our own, and then all of a sudden see the house starting to be built and be involved in the project, and not just turn it over to somebody else, but actually be involved in the project, so that we were actually building a house. You know, it's been exciting. Through the process, our initial goal was to get to a smaller house. We wanted to downsize. We ended up downsizing, but also more effectively using our space. We ended up with about 1,900 square feet, a little bit more than that, probably closer to about 2,700 square feet under roof when you count all the porches. We are positioned on the edge of a lake. The lake is all of our property, so it's not like we're on a lake house where across the way is somebody else's house. Our backyard, our back porch opens up to you know, water frontage, and out the front of our house opens up to just a tree line, and you know, about 100 yards away, vantage points and vistas all around the house. So large windows were a big deal. So a few of the things that were exciting for us was the opportunity to be able to change some of the initial house plans. For the most part, everything is exactly to spec as the house was built or planned to be built. A few of the changes we made, we added a couple of windows in a couple of rooms. We consolidated a couple of closets and made a master pantry, a walk-in. It was kind of a reach-in pantry or stand-in. We made it a much larger pantry, and that's turned out to be a very nice asset. Our very favorite part of the house, you know, the kitchen has been a very nice improvement, which I'm in right now, opening up into our family room. I think we actually ended up with 2 different nook areas. One of them was not planned. The breakfast nook was part of our original plan. The master bedroom nook was our favorite part. It's one of my favorite parts. You know, there probably isn't a day that goes by that we don't say, you know, we love this, we love that, we love this aspect of the house, we love living where we are, we love the whole idea of the whole entire project of what we have accomplished in the last 14 months. But, you know, if we really had to say what was our favorite part of the house, it's really tough. You know, our breakfast nook, we, you know, eat here on a regular basis. I like it because we got a 180-degree view, like when we're sitting at the table. You know, I can pretty much see all the way around out to the lake. I can see all the way out to our pasture, and if I go into the nook just a little bit, I can see about 300 feet down the property to the very edge of our property line. We can see where the entrance gate is, and if I look all the way out to the north, I can see across our porch and across to the north shore of the lake shoreline. We appreciate everything that THD-3764.com was able to do for us, and I'm absolutely confident that we ended up with a perfect house plan.